Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. For today's video, we are going to see what if the 2019 NBA playoffs started today. So basically, like, the end of the season, it's definitely nearing the end right here, and we have a pretty good idea of what the playoff teams are going to be looking like. With the exception of the seeding change here, there, maybe you see, you know, a team like the Orlando Magic pop into the 8th spot. For the most part, guys, we have a pretty good idea. So for this video, I'm going to talk about, like, each of these teams and give you guys, like, my opinion on how deep of a playoff run I think they could actually make it based off the series right here. Definitely want your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Also, if you guys can do me a quick favor and drop a like on this video and subscribe if you are new to the channel. So let's go ahead and get started on this, starting with the Philadelphia 76ers. So I feel like the Philadelphia 76ers, in this case, man, they have a first-round matchup against the Detroit Pistons. Now, you all know I'm a Pistons fan, but the Pistons have big-time struggles with the Philadelphia 76ers. So I definitely would see this team, you know, probably winning, I would say, the way the Pistons have been playing, probably 4-2, maybe 4-1 if the Pistons start struggling on offense, stuff like that. But I'm going to say 4-2 with the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid's playing absolutely crazy basketball right now. Ben Simmons, yeah, we know he doesn't have a three-point shot, but he's pretty damn good at everything else. You got Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, JJ Redick. It's definitely not a bad way to round out the lineup. Bench unit, definitely not the deepest here in the NBA, which can be kind of a struggle, but if I'm being quite honest here, man, like, you know, guys like Jimmy Butler that sometimes are not fully part of the offense, play a guy like that a lot, like with the second unit, so you can get the most out of him like this. I think that's definitely the best bet for the 76ers. Next up, we have the Indiana Pacers, who we matched up against the Boston Celtics. So yes, for the Pacers, I know I'm going to come off as a hater here, guys. Bogdanovic has been absolutely crazy since Victor Oladipo has gone out. Miles Turner has been playing like that next level basketball, based off where he should be right now in his career. And yes, the team is very good. They're a very good, like, I guess I don't know the best way to put it, man. It's just like a well-rounded roster. But I feel like come playoff time, I don't see them getting out of the first round. I don't see them getting past the Boston Celtics. I do see it giving them a run for money, man. Plus, like, the way the Celtics have kind of been struggling this season, I mean, the Pacers are the 4th seed, so I very well could see a Game 7 in the first round for the Pacers and the Boston Celtics, with the Boston Celtics probably winning it. Just my predictions with that. And then for the Boston Celtics, like I was saying with them, man, like, yes, the team, the talent's all there. It's just, are they going to be ready? Are they going to be able to go behind Kyrie Irving and let him lead this team to the promised land? Because last year, of course, you know, Kyrie was out. Terry Rozier was leading for most of the playoffs. It's time for Kyrie to step up and be the man of this team. And I really do think this team will figure things out come playoff time, just because they have so mumuch great depth out there. You got Gordon Hayward, Jaylen Brown, Aaron Baines, and that's towards, like, the tail bottom of the roster. Like, this team has so much depth to it that I do think they're going to make a run out there, man. I see them probably getting, I don't see them getting past the Milwaukee Bucks, but I see this team maybe making a deep second-round push with maybe an upset happening. Who knows, man. Next up, we have my Detroit Pistons. So they are actually playing some of the best basketball in the league right now. Blake Griffin's been great. Andre Drummond, one of the most underrated centers in the entire NBA. With that being said, though, man, you know, you look at the other guys, like the Reggie Jackson, Wayne Ellington. I mean, he's been a blessing for this team. Luke Kennard. Yes, those players are good when they're playing, you know, their top-notch basketball, but the problem is consistency, man. Like, the Pistons, at times, they look like one of the better teams in the league, and at other times, they look one of the worst teams in the league. So I do think that is going to be their Achilles heel, is their consistency. And yeah, man, like I was saying, I don't see them getting past the Philadelphia 76ers, unfortunately speaking. Next up, we have the Brooklyn Nets. And let's just give, like, a quick moment here, guys, to talk about the Brooklyn Nets and just say, like, good job with their ownership. I mean, they lost all those draft picks, and look at them. They got a freaking playoff team, man. Like, D'Lo was an all-star this season. Spencer Dinwiddie, I think, is one of the better young point guards here in the NBA. I know he's 26, so he's not, like, quite like young anymore, but still really good point guard. You know, Karis LeVert, you got Jared Allen out there, who's one of my favorite centers here in the NBA, actually. Joe Harris, good three-point shooting guy out there. So they are matched up against the Toronto Raptors. I think the Brooklyn Nets making the playoffs this season is definitely big time for them. Now they're not going to get past Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors. And actually, man, I probably have the Raptors winning this 4-1, just due to lack of playoff experience for the Brooklyn Nets. But I think if you're a Nets fan, you got to have your head held high, just knowing your team made it this deep, right? Or even made it to the playoffs in general. And then next up, we have the Miami Heat, which very well could be the Orlando Magic, just based off the seedings right now. But I do like the idea of this team again out there. Goran Dragic's healthy now. You got a sound Whiteside. You know, Dwayne Wade, I think, is going to be playing some motivated basketball, just it being his last season. So, being the 8th seed, that's definitely being the Milwaukee Bucks. Not a team I would actually want to face in the first round of the playoffs, just because Miami is going to give them run for their money. Yes, the Bucks end up winning probably 4 games to 1, 4 games to 2, somewhere in that realm. I don't see the Bucks sweeping them, just because I feel like Dwayne Wade is good to have one of those just like heroic Dwayne Wade-esque games where he just like, vintage D-Wade out there and just leads the team to a victory or two. So I'm going to be waiting for that one out there, man. We got the Golden State Warriors looking over here at the Western Conference. We have the Clippers in the first round of the playoffs. So yeah, the Warriors, I mean, look at the roster there, guys. Not much to say about this. Clippers are a good team, but I think Golden State probably sweeping. Guys, I do think the Golden State Warriors are probably sweeping the Los Angeles Clippers. And that's no disrespect to the Clippers as a team. That's just, goes to show the depth of the Golden State Warriors, at least from the starting 5. Bench unit, because that's where the Clippers probably could sneak away a win, actually, is because of the depth of the, of the Clippers. Let's actually look at them real quick here, man, just so we can see their team. Gallinari, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell. No real superstar on this team, but man, they got some nice bench players out there, so that should be good for them. And next up, we actually had the Denver Nuggets, who are listed as the 2nd seed. This matchup, I would definitely be looking forward to here, man, because you have, the offensive juggernaut center in Jokic, the guy that can, knock down the threes. His post game is great, his inside game is great, rebound is great, playmaking is great. And you have him go up against the Utah Jazz, who have like the defensive juggernaut and Rudy Gobert. So that match would be fun. Of course, not to mention this too, man, but Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, those are both players that actually should have been members of the Denver Nuggets. A lot of like trades and draft day trades and stuff went down, and now they're on the Jazz, of course, a few seasons later. So this will be a lot of fun. Derek Favors, Joe Ingles, Ricky Rubio, all seasoned veterans out there. And then, of course, looking back here at the Nuggets, you got Jamal Murray, who's only 22, so his lack of experience in the playoffs could hurt them. But if he's ready to bring it, man, which I think he will be, then the Denver Nuggets versus the Utah Jazz. I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect the Nuggets, but I feel like the Utah Jazz are playing some pretty good solid basketball after the All-Star break. I dare say a Game 7, man. I think the Denver Nuggets win this in 7 games. Next up, we do have the Houston Rockets versus the San Antonio Spurs. Of course, James Harden might very well be the MVP of the season. Chris Paul is healthy as of right now. And that's the thing, man. The Rockets' playoff success is going to come down solely to Chris Paul's health, because this team's not staying healthy. If Chris Paul is not healthy, I don't give the hero ball of James Harden much a chance as far as a playoff run goes. But if he's healthy, man, everybody's good to go. Yeah, no doubt they're going to win. Now, as not the whole thing, but they're going to get pretty damn far. While going against the Spurs, once again, man, one of those teams you really just don't want to see in the playoffs, because it is coached by Greg Popovich. Also, at the making of this video, the Spurs are on an 8-game winning streak. So, I mean, DeMar DeRozan, he's playing the small forward position right now, but of course, one of the better guards in quotations in the NBA, I would say. You got LaMarcus Aldridge out there. I don't know if it actually shows their stats. It doesn't show their stats as of right now, but he's fantastic. Rudy Gay, I mean, a good third option out there to have scoring-wise. I mean, back in the day, man, like, people thought Rudy Gay was going to be able to, like, lead a team, but I definitely like the way he's been utilized in this offense out there. You got Jakob Poeltl, you got Derek White. I really do wish that they had, DeJounte Murray playing, but he's been out since the beginning of the season, of course, and he's not going to be back anytime soon. Then you got the veterans like the Patty Mills, the Marco Bellinelli that could just come up and have big games. Get you a few wins just from that department. So that's very nice for them. We already talked a bit about the Utah Jazz. Clippers, we talked about them. And, I think we missed out on, where are they at, man? Yeah, we got the Thunder over here. Of course, Paul George playing his best season of basketball. Russell Westbrook still averaging, I believe he's averaging that triple-double, but he's doing it in a better way than he's ever done it before, in a sense that he's doing that with Paul George still leading this team in a lot of other categories, scoring-wise and, offensive-wise and things like that. Steven Adams, definitely a center you want on your team when it comes to the playoffs, because he's going to bring it, man. He's going to go out there and just do all the little things out there that's going to bring this team some success. I love the addition of Dennis Schroeder still. I think he's going to be big time in playoffs, just because once the bench depth becomes a bit more, I don't want to say useful, but I guess for lack of a better term, yeah, man, like useful. Like, you need a good bench usually to make a good playoff run. Roberson, I don't know what's up with him, man. Like, is he going to be playing anytime soon, or what's going on with that? And they do have the Portland Trailblazers, and I have not actually seen this team listed on here. I think I forgot to select them, maybe. Yeah, there we go, man. We got the Portland Trailblazers. CJ McCollum just went down with an injury. He is going to be reevaluated in a week or two, so he should be fine come playoff time. Damian Lillard, I'm going to say straight up Damian. Like, I have the OKC Thunder winning this series, just because I feel like from top to bottom, they have the better team. Now, I will say, seeding-wise, what is it? Yeah, 4 against 5, so they're pretty equal as far as that goes. But, yeah, man, I just don't know. I love Damian. I think Russell Westbrook's a better point guard. Yes, guys, that's just my opinion on that. I'm going to take Paul George over CJ McCollum, and then Nurkic versus Steven Adams. I feel like Steven Adams can do some things against Nurkic. So, now Cantor off the bench, that'll be nice, him going against, you know, like Nerlens Noel. But, I don't know. I just think the Portland Trail Blazers, they need to make some sort of playoff run. I just don't know if it's going to happen. So, my predictions for these finals, I'm going to say, I think it's going to come down to the Golden State Warriors. I just don't see anybody beating them, guys, unfortunately speaking. And I think it's going to come down to Milwaukee versus Toronto in the Eastern Conference Finals. And dare I say, man, I'm thinking, especially if Brogdon's not 100%, I think it's going to be the Raptors versus the Warriors. And we are going to see Kawhi Leonard get revenge against the Golden State Warriors and win it all, man. I got Toronto winning it against the Golden State Warriors, man. I'm not rooting for that as super team. So let's go ahead and simulate these playoffs and see if my prediction comes true. And yeah, I just have the CPU handle the rotations here and stuff like that, just in case guys get healthier and stuff. But yeah, man, here we go. I got to go through all freaking 16 of these teams here. My apologies on that. Furkan injured. Okay, yo, we got, yeah, it says Victor Oladipo. It's fine, man. Okay, oh my God. I'm not doing all this with the injuries. It's taking forever. Leave rotation as is. There we go. There we go, man. That's fine. Pacers gone. Spurs gone. I just want, like, a general idea who's going to win it. And, wow, we actually got the Miami Heat beat the Milwaukee Bucks. We'll take a better look at this here once it's actually done with the entire simulation. So we have the Golden State Warriors, looks like being the Boston Celtics 4 games to 1. Let's see how this actually played out. So Golden State versus OKC, that went to a game 7. I can actually see that happening. Denver versus Houston, no surprises there. Then another game 7 right there. So the Golden State Warriors definitely not have an easy route. We have the Heat upsetting the Bucks. I don't know about that one, man. But then again, D-Wade's playing crazy. We have Boston Celtics over Pacers like I predicted. Philly over Pistons and Toronto over Brooklyn. So, yeah, I think really my only big surprise here is I thought Milwaukee would get a bit farther. But who knows, man? They don't really have like a ton of great experience as far as the playoff goes. I mean, they're pretty much new to being like that #1 seed. So, Warriors, Celtics, definitely does not surprise me if that was the finals, if the Celtics can go on one of those crazy runs. They don't got to worry about LeBron James this time around. So, yeah, guys, hope you all enjoyed this video. I don't know, man, just like, I really want to get like more into like NBA talk and stuff like this. I always love talking about the NBA and just giving you guys my opinions on it. Hear your guys' opinions in the comment section below. So, yeah, man, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.